Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm using a natural lighting for this video, so the lighting might be a bit off. But today's video we're going to go over one of my favourite albums. We're going to go over, well, it's in the title, In the Studio by The Specials. Now, if I had continued doing what I'm doing with the whole alphabetical order, this album would have been months away, probably like December. But now I get to talk about one of my favourite albums, and my favourite Specials album. Well, it's between this and their first album. Released in 1984. Well, you have to remember, before I get into it, that this album came out around the same time as Michael Jackson's Thriller and Purple Rain and albums like that, you know. This is the mid-80s where synth pop and synth wave, this famous 80s sound, was the norm. It was the big popular norm. So this was very underground and very, very underground, very indie and really cool. So let's get into it. So the look of the record is pretty simple. I do like the blue bar down the front, and I like the blue in general, and that is the recording studio, obviously. In the studio with the Specials aka, or Special aka. The band went by both names, The Specials and The Specials aka. I think they switched between the two, I'm not sure. But they signed to Two-Tone Records. So the album, well, I'll show you off first. There's a lovely back, features nice picture of the band, gives you all their names, and then we have luckily, song names on it. My memory is absolutely terrible, so the song names just fly out my head. Now, I'll show you my memory. It's terrible. But really nice sleeve, which goes over what each band member played or did on each song, which is really cool. And a really great label. Now, if this looks like it's a bit old or a bit dusty, it's because it's one of my first records. Probably like within the first month of getting a record player back in 2018, 2 years ago. This is one of the ones I picked up because it is one of my favourite albums. It's in the top 20 of all time, easily. We'll get into that in a sec. But yeah, just a really great album cover, you know. It's not like, it's a very understated album cover. It's not very flashy. You know, if you're flicking through records in a record store, you might just skip this one. But it's absolutely underrated, so let's get into the songs. So for the songs, the Specials are joined by, I'm going to mispronounce her name, Rhonda Dakar, R-H-O-D-A. I don't know how you pronounce that. We'll go with Rhonda Dakar, who was lead singer of I've got it up here, best known as lead singer of the Body Snatchers, which was another two-tone band signed to the same label. But she joins for a lot of backup vocals, and she takes the lead vocals on the song Alcohol, which we'll get into. But the whole album starts with bright lights. Bright lights, bright lights, bright lights, do come down to London. It's a really, really bright and catchy song with amazing horns, amazing piano to it. The guitar work and the bass line in the song is beautiful, but it's mostly the horns and the sort of reggae upbeat sound is absolutely perfect with this song. Just an absolute classic and a really great opening track to your album. And then we have The Lonely Crowd, which I can really relate to, and Stan Campbell's vocals. Did it just flash there? No, I'm saying things. Stan Campbell's vocals are absolutely perfect in this song, as well as, I think his name's, Jerry Dammers does some of the vocals as well, I think, but it's not listed on here, and absolutely amazing. And then the third song on the album, we have Girlfriend, or the full name of the song is What I Like Most About You Is Your Girlfriend. Now, if you just listen to the song, it's a song about someone who's only interested in being your friend because he's in love with your girlfriend, and your girlfriend's hot, and he wants to steal your girlfriend from you. But if you watch the music video, an alien comes down in a spaceship and then tries to steal his girlfriend. So the song is actually about an alien stealing his girlfriend, which is brilliant. Amazing lyrics, amazing hook. What I like... No, that's not it. But I'm not going to sing it. But just... don't fall down. Amazing song. My favourite on the album. Just brilliant. I love the whole thing about an alien stealing someone's girlfriend. And great hook, great lyrics. Again, great guitar work, great horns in it, and flutes, and is it wind work? Or wind? Anyway, wind instruments then. Housebound. Housebound. No, that's not it. Housebound is a great song. Not one of my favourites on the album. As well as Night on the Tiles, which isn't one of the best on the album. But then side 2 starts with Nelson Mandela free. Nelson Mandela free Nelson Mandela, or it's just called Nelson Mandela. Now I'm not going to talk about the apartheid in South Africa because that's a very complex issue which I won't get into, but the song is about obviously Nelson Mandela, who had spent 21 years in prison because he was fighting against apartheid, the racist apartheid, and the song is all about how he must be blind if you think that he's not suffering in there, you know, that he's being beaten and going through some horrible things, and that the country or the government of South Africa needs to let him out. And it is a really beautiful song. And then we have War Crimes, which is about what happened in Beirut. War Crimes, again, I don't talk about politics, but I am absolutely 100% anti-war. You know, George Bush and Tony Blair are war criminals. Sorry everyone, I had to cut there. Next up we have Racist Friend, which again is another just amazing song with great vocals, great instrumentation, but the lyrics for me are what make it. And it's all about how if you have a racist who's your friend, you know, he needs to fuck off. You can't be friends with him. Don't be friends with racists. Do not tolerate racists. You know, we don't want your racism. It's a central theme to the song, and it's beautiful and true. You know, nobody wants racism. You know, everyone is equal. No matter what skin color you are, it doesn't matter. You are you, and you are beautiful. Then we have Alcohol, where Rhonda Dakar takes up the lead vocals. And it's a very beautiful song about how alcohol can destroy your life. How alcohol is a depressant, and in the moment when you're drinking, you'll feel amazing, you know. But then the next morning, you're hungover, and an alcohol addiction, which this song is about, can be incredibly damaging to your life. Which we will probably go over in those mental health videos I do. But for the, you know, it's what the song's about. And it's incredibly beautiful. Incredibly beautiful. I would definitely recommend you listen to Alcohol by the Specials. And the music video as well was great, where Rhonda is looking absolutely beautiful. Then the whole album ends with Break Down the Door, which is a really fun-loving, great closing track. Absolutely love it. So all in all, I mean, the songs on this album are absolutely fantastic. To end off, I mean, I touched on this topic in the beginning, but this album came out in 1984 when it was really sonically, and the sound was kind of really outdated if you're going by like the modern or what was popular at the time. But they still come through. They didn't sell out their sound. And yeah, there's maybe one or two bits of this album that have a bit of their 80s synth pop influence in it, but they mostly stay true to their sound, and I love it. For me, you know, it's between this and their first album for their best album, but I think I edge on this one. If you've never listened to the Specials AKA in the studio, I would definitely recommend this album. It's very, if you like, it's very British as well. Like, you couldn't mistake this. If you listen to it, you couldn't go, that might be an American band. They all sound incredibly British. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Take care, everyone.